All right, Michael, I know you just sat down, but some folks want to get this moving.
Apologies for my tardiness.
No. It's all good. You brought gifts. Fred, you understand the goal here is you put one of those in your mouth, you can't talk. So he basically shuts us all up.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah. So, Mike.
All right, Madam Clerk, could we call this meeting to order, please?
Yes, of course. If you can please state your name for the record. Members from the City of Colton.
Frank Navarro.
Members from the City of Loma Linda.
Phil Duper.
Member from the County of San Bernardino 2nd District.
Armadillo is present.
Member from the County of San Bernardino 5th District.
Baca Jr. present.
And members from the City of San Bernardino.
Councilmember Lara.
Juan Figueroa.
Fred Charette.
Thank you, and I'd like to state for the record that Councilmember Flores is in the audience.
Awesome. All right, thank you very much. Do we have any closed session public comment?
No, sir, we do not.
At this point, we will adjourn to closed session. We'll be back in a minute.
Armadillo is present.
Member from the County of San Bernardino 5th District.
Baca Jr. present.
Members from the City of San Bernardino.
Sandra Ibarra.
Juan Figueroa.
Fred Charette.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burrows, do we have any items to be added or deleted?
No items, sir.
All right, we will deal with any conflicts if they come up. We'll begin with our informational items and a note for the rest of the meeting. Because we have such a large amount of speaker requests, we are going to limit public comment on individual items to 1 minute and 2 minutes with assistance. All right, let's go ahead with the informational items, Mr. Burrows.
So just have one for you. On October 18th, on the airport side, our sister agency, we are working with Breeze on having another cruising at altitude concert. So I'll be sending you guys some flyers for that. Free to the public, as it has been since we started this a little over 3 years ago. And it's celebrating yet another year consecutive and steady service with Breeze as our airline partner. Appreciate all your support on that, and be on the lookout. Bring friends, family, whoever you would like, and it should be a good evening. That's our reports.
All right, sir. Moving on to the consent calendar. First by Mayor Navarro. You know, I just assumed. First by Mayor Navarro, second by Member Charette.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Navarro and a second by Member Charette. Please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro?
Yes.
Member Duper?
Yes.
Member Baca?
Baca Jr. aye.
Member Armendariz?
Armadillo's aye.
Member Charette?
Yes.
Member Ibarra?
Yes.
And Member Figueroa.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We're moving on to board action items because we have the most speakers requested for item number 7. We're going to dispense with items number 8, 9, and 10 first, and we'll move number 7 to the end. So, number 8, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, board members. I have the privilege of presenting the Inland Valley Development Agency's annual report for calendar year 2024. This story map presentation will be made available on the new IVDA website and is a dynamic presentation as staff will continue to update information as projects are completed. Comprised of the cities of Colton, Loma Linda, San Bernardino, and the County of San Bernardino, the IVDA remains dedicated to the effective reuse of the former Norton Air Force Base since its formation in 1990. In 2020, the IVDA completed a 5-year business plan update to further focus on economic development and infrastructure. These key initiatives will be highlighted throughout the presentation. Alliance California was established in 2002 through a public-private partnership and anchored by the San Bernardino International Airport. It has attracted Fortune 500 companies by offering prime interstate access and proximity to key logistics facilities. Alliance California's goals of changing the landscape, increasing tax base, and bringing jobs back continue to be achieved and are actively demonstrated through the ongoing development and almost $1 billion tax base increase. The IVDA continues to achieve new milestones of assessed value growth. For fiscal year 2024-25, the base reuse project area has generated a record total assessed value of $12.6 billion, an 11.14% increase. And over the last 10 years, The IVDA, as a regional organization, has continued to advance key partnerships, programs, and services across its member jurisdictions, further enhancing additional job creation and retention efforts throughout the IVDA base reuse project area. IVDA's purpose is to encourage and promote new employment opportunities while maintaining effective business retention. From 2023 to 2024, there has been an increase of almost 600 jobs. 2023's creation and retention of direct jobs was 18,101. The IVDA project reuse area has reached a new milestone this year of creating and retaining 18,693 jobs, replacing and exceeding the direct jobs lost due to the closure of the Norton Air Force Base, with an economic output of approximately $5 billion. Using our in-plan software, we were able to highlight the top 10 job industries that were affected in the region, with a steady annual increase in air transportation employment. E-commerce and air transportation remained in the top two, with air transportation encompassing air cargo and airlines. And now we'll move on to the IVDA infrastructure. In January of 2018, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, the City of Highland, and the IVDA received funding assistance from the U.S. Economic Development Administration for the 3rd and 5th Street Corridor Improvements Project. The City of Highland oversaw construction activities, which began in December of 2022 and was completed in the summer of 2024. The IVDA was awarded $3 million U.S. DOT Cycle 2 Community Project Funding Congressional Directed Spending for the 3rd Street Corridor Project. These funds are being utilized for the 3rd Street Corridor Project, which is a regional arterial roadway improvement project that will enhance safety, mobility, and access to the growing SPD International Airport for its customers, businesses, and residents. Plan check with the City of San Bernardino has been completed, and the project is currently in the pre-construction approval stage with Caltrans. In December of 2021, the IVDA and San Manuel Band of Mission Indians received a $3.8 million grant from the U.S. Economic Development Administration for the intersection improvements at Sterling Avenue and 3rd Street. The work also includes a new bridge placement over City Creek Channel and the construction of a slip lane along 3rd Street to deliver ingress and egress onto Perimeter Road at the north side of the airport. Work is expected to be completed by the end of this year, if not sooner. In July of 2024, the IVDA board approved the DFAS 1 trash enclosure project. This project entailed the construction of a new trash enclosure for the DFAS 1 building to remedy a trash overflow issue between DFAS 1 and DFAS 2 buildings. The construction consisted of demolition, a new concrete slab, and a new 8x15 double-wide block trash enclosure with metal doors. The project was completed in October of 2024. With the recent update of the airport's green energy element, staff has pursued a number of programs, including potential electric vehicle charging stations, in cooperation with Southern California Edison's Charge Ready program. In August of 2022, the IVDA board approved an agreement to own and operate EV charging equipment, and the final charging stations were completed in late 2024. The significant growth of the agency has led to an expansion in administrative requirements and consequently a demand for additional administrative staff. To accommodate this, Building 48 was improved with the addition of a new Human Resources office, a new office within the Clerk of the Board Department, and a dedicated lactation room was built within the existing women's restroom at Building 48. Additionally, the Building 48 Security Office project was completed to accommodate a new tenant and provide more lockers and equipment storage for security staff. The construction consisted of the demolition of existing walls, framing of new partition walls, and the relocation of doors and lockers according to a new layout. Additionally, the T-bar system, HVAC ducting, and electrical fixtures were reconfigured, and new carpet, rubber flooring, lockers, and paint were installed throughout the space. And lastly, the Inland Valley Infrastructure Corridor Project is a focused effort resulting from years of input and effort by the IVDA and many regional partners. The project focuses on infrastructure improvements adjacent to the 3rd and 6th Streets corridors in the cities of Highland and San Bernardino. The notice of preparation and the project description were published and distributed, and the draft EIR and technical studies were circulated in late 2024. A comprehensive economic development strategy, which is known as CEDS, is required at least every 5 years to qualify for Economic Development Administration assistance. All IVDA CEDS partnering agencies and staff provided valuable updates and inputs into project portfolios, allowing them to be eligible for future federal funding. The annual update to the SEDS was completed in October of 2022. And now we move on to our UAS Center at SBD Airport. This was established in 2020 by the IVDA. The UAS Center at SBD Airport provides consulting on drone policy, standardization and integration, as well as product evaluation. It offers comprehensive drone pilot training, a site for test flights, and product demonstrations. The center also partners with public and private sectors in support of regional workforce development initiatives and was recently awarded a grant for a new launch site to test larger drones. And we would also like to highlight our SBD International Airport. The airport is certificated by the FAA under Part 139 as a public use commercial service, supporting a variety of aviation services such as air cargo, maintenance, repair, overhaul, general aviation, corporate aviation, and air passenger services. The IVDA continues to partner with multiple educational institutions to foster the enrichment of learning in the local communities while ensuring alignment with workforce development agencies. In recent years, the UAS Center at SBD has expanded these partnerships into tailored solutions for our educational and workforce partners. And in closing, we would like to thank the board members, staff, and community members for your support and contribution to a great 2024 year, and we look forward to continuing to work with each and every one of you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jillian. Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, we're going to move on to item number 9, Mr. Burrow.
Thank you, Mayor. Give you an update on our 3rd Street project. We submitted our PS&E plans to Caltrans for review and approval. We expect to hear something back from them hopefully by October 1st. And then we can advertise the bid and come back to you with a nice contract to do the project. Thank you.
All right, sir, thank you. Any questions or comments from the board on that one? Seeing none, Mr. Burrows, back to number 10.
So I'll be pretty brief. Jillian, again, great job on the annual report and the story map that is live and living on our website. So appreciate any feedback that you all have as you and your teams peruse that. Job well done, as usual. One other thing, and Jillian touched on it in the update, is, as you guys know, we are due for a business plan update. So I am trying to pin down a facilitator to do a workshop with you. At this point, we're thinking potentially that first week in October, but I'll be polling, with Jillian's help, you all for a potential time to do that. And then, obviously, knock the dust off and look at the future. So that concludes our report.
All right, sir, thank you very much. Any questions or comments on that? We'll go back to item number 7, which is adopting a resolution. Mr. Burrows.
So this action that we've got before you here would be a subsequent resolution. Staff's recommendation in coordination with legal counsel would be to request that you adopt resolution 2025-05, which would cancel and withdraw the prior approval of the environmental impact report for the Inland Valley Infrastructure Corridor. While unfortunate, we do feel that this is the most prudent course of action, and we do intend to continue to work very, very closely with both cities to see that the public infrastructure improvements can be brought forth through their legislative bodies as appropriate as we continue to look at grant funding and other sources. So legal counsel and I are happy to answer any questions you might have, but that is the recommendation.
All right, sir. I know we were going to have public comment on this, so we'll go ahead and open the public comment this time. I'll ask our first speaker to come forward, only known as Pasquale. Hold on, we gotta get the microphone working there.
Estoy aquí en la comunidad del aeropuerto, en Latino. Los proyectos de han causado preocupación. Estos aquí no han incluido. El proceso toma decisiones. En cada ocasión hemos tenido que organizarnos para ser escuchados. Y sigue cuántas veces más nos dejarán al lado mientras nuestra salud y nuestros hogares están en fuerte acción sin importar nada.
Good afternoon. My name is Pascual Garcia, and I'm here with the San Bernardino Airport community. This project has caused us great concern for years, and we are here to advocate for those affected and ignored. This is the third time our communities have had to fight against projects that put families at risk. Each time we have been excluded from the decision-making process, and each time we have had to organize just to be heard. What's next? How many more times will we be pushed aside? How many more times will our health and our homes be treated as if they are not important?
Thank you.
Anna.
Hola, buenas tardes. Soy la señora Ana Solorzano y presento a la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Hablo por mi comunidad. Estoy aquí para exigir que paren de continuar este proyecto. Dejen de estar malgastando dinero en proyectos malos que afectan a nuestra comunidad. Highland y San Bernardino necesita ese dinero para nuestras futuras generaciones. Salvar a tantos jóvenes que dejan de estudiar por falta de recursos y atención. No tenemos recursos accesibles para jóvenes que necesitan apoyo de centros de rehabilitación. También necesitamos centros recreativos para formar buenos ciudadanos. Como residente de Highland y San Bernardino, lo exigimos, así como también exigimos que el IVDA pare y no siga gastando los recursos de nuestra comunidad en proyectos que dañan nuestra salud.
Good afternoon. I'm Ms. Ana Solorzano, and I represent the San Bernardino Airport community. I speak for my community. I am here to demand that you stop the continuation of this project. Stop wasting money on bad projects that impact and affect our communities. Highland and San Bernardino need this money for our future generations, to save so many young people who drop out of school due to a lack of resources and attention. We don't have accessible resources for young people who need support for rehabilitation centers. We also need recreational centers to develop good citizens. As residents of Highland and San Bernardino, we demand this. We also demand that the IVDA stop spending our community's resources on projects that harm our health and our city.
Thank you very much. Rosita?
Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Rosa Reyes y vivo en San Bernardino. Estoy en las comunidades del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Exijo que voten a favor de la cancelación del proyecto de la infraestructura. Por favor, y en el futuro, tómenos en cuenta, ya que nunca lo han hecho. Gracias.
Good afternoon. My name is Rosita Reyes, and I live in San Bernardino. I am in the San Bernardino Airport community. I urge you to vote to cancel this infrastructure project. Please keep us in mind in the future, as you have never done so.
Thank you very much. Alberto?
Buenas noches a todos. No me da mucho gusto verlos, pero aquí estamos. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Alberto Hernández. Soy de parte de la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. He vivido aquí más los últimos 30 años y vengo a representar a mí y a mi comunidad. Estoy aquí para exigir que paren el proyecto de infraestructura porque no nos beneficia en ninguna manera. A causa de la contaminación del aire ambiental, sobrevivo de esta máquina de oxígeno día y noche, porque tengo otra en mi casa. Solamente nos han traído muchas más contaminaciones, enfermedades de salud y en lista continua. Se ha visto una gran cantidad de dinero que se ha invertido en gastos en proyectos que no nos benefician. Como comunidad ya entre 3 proyectos que no pudieron continuar debido a impedimento de la comunidad, a la residencia y la voz de mi comunidad, que sí importa. El dinero que se invirtió en proyectos ridículos como este, donde el dinero se está malgastando, pudiera ir a lo que de verdad necesita nuestra comunidad, que son centros de capacitaciones, clínicas familiares, aire limpio, viviendas y rentas justas, e infinidad de cosas que nos hacen falta. Exijo que en el futuro, si deciden hacer otro proyecto, tomen en cuenta mi comunidad.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not happy to see you, but here we are. My name is Alberto Hernandez. I am part of the San Bernardino Airport community. I've lived here for the past 30 years, and I'm here to represent myself and my community. I'm here to demand that they stop this infrastructure project that doesn't benefit us in any way. Because of the air pollution, I rely on an oxygen machine to survive day and night, and I have another one of these at home. This has brought us so much pollution, so many health problems, and the list goes on. A large amount of money has been invested and spent on projects that don't benefit us as a community. This is the 3rd time that projects couldn't continue due to community inconvenience and the resistance and voice of our community, which apparently to you it doesn't matter. The money invested is ridiculous in these projects where money is being wasted. That money could go to what our community truly needs: training centers, family clinics, clean air, housing and fair rents, and countless other things we need. I demand that in the future, if you decide to do another project, you take me and my community into account.
Thank you.
Thank you. Millie? Millie?
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Milagros, soy miembro de la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Quiero decirles que este proyecto no es adecuado, ha causado muchos daños a toda la comunidad. Hemos visto que cuando se construyen bodegas aumenta la contaminación, nos enfermamos más seguido y nuestras calles están llenas de hoyos. Exijo que cancelen el proyecto. No queremos más expansión de bodegas ni más contaminación al aire. En este proyecto se ha gastado mucho dinero y no para beneficio de la misma comunidad. Queremos que se mejore la infraestructura, queremos más clínicas de salud, parques de centros de trabajo y centros de educación para niños, jóvenes, adultos, y pido que que se cancele, sino un compromiso de documento de que esto no vuelva a suceder. Como la comunidad nos impacta, nos merecemos vivir y triunfar, no solo sobrevivir. Un voto a esta resolución es un voto para la justicia, transparencia y dignidad a la comunidad. En el próximo proyecto exijo que nos tomen en cuenta a mí y a mi comunidad. Nosotros sí sabemos lo que necesitamos y lo que nos hace falta para esta comunidad. Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Milagros. I am a member of the San Bernardino Airport community. I want to tell you that this project is inadequate. It has brought so many problems for the entire community for years. We have seen that when warehouses are built, pollution increases, we get sick more often, and our streets are riddled with potholes. I demand that the project be canceled. We don't want any more warehouse expansion or more air pollution. A lot of money has been spent on this project, and it is not for the benefit of the community. We want infrastructure improvements, health clinics, parks, job centers, and educational centers for our children. I am not just asking for its cancellation, but also a commitment to transparency, because this has never happened, and hopefully this will never happen again in the future. As a community, this impacts us. We deserve to live and thrive, not just to survive. A vote for this resolution is a vote for justice, transparency, and dignity for the community. In the next project, I demand that you take me and my community into account. We know what is truly lacking and what we need in our communities.
Thank you very much. Liz T.
Hello everyone, my name is Lizette. I'm with the Warehouse Worker Resource Center here in solidarity with the San Bernardino Airport communities. Communities that you ignore and disrespect consistently in this space and in your respective councils. But also, as you all know, communities that will never back down and will fight for what we deserve and more. Over and over again, you ignore the community experts while you make an attempt to pass disastrous plans for your own selfish reasons. And then you have to double back because of how terrible your plans are. It should show the people here and the people you're meant to serve how deeply inadequate you all are at your jobs. Right now, you're all presented with an opportunity to take the very basic first step of setting things right. Vote yes to cancel the IVC project. Show the hundreds of residents who have spoken out that you are ready to respect our communities and to listen to us and not the monies that you receive. We deserve better, we demand better, and we will ensure that you respect that one way or another. Thank you.
Thank you. Maritza?
My name is Maritza Andrade. I am an organizer with the Warehouse Worker Resource Center, and I am here in support of the San Bernardino Airport communities, who have for years been fighting against further warehouse development in this area. We know and live the effects of what happens when these corporations set up shop in neighborhoods, near schools, near homes, on the same roads that we walk and drive on. The fact that you continue to try to push forward these projects is negligence and violence. These projects harm community health and threaten displacement. In meeting after meeting, the community has shown up to tell you this. In pursuing 3 iterations of this project since 2019, you have wasted taxpayer money and our time and energy. When will you finally listen? Vote yes on the resolution to cancel the project and commit to doing better. Also, Navarro, have you ever heard of safe driving? Because I was walking right when you decided to speed where I was crossing. If you're that short-sighted and reckless, no wonder these are the kinds of projects that you're supporting.
Thank you very much. Tanya?
Hello, my name is Tania Gonzalez. I am here with the San Bernardino Airport communities, and I'm also here to demand for you to vote in favor of canceling this project. We have been here before. Residents have time and time again told you what they want from you, but you ignore them. They are the experts in their community and know their needs, not you all who don't even live near these sites. Like, you don't even live nearby. This project was painted to us as infrastructure improvements, right? And community wants to see the infrastructure improved. But once again, we are not stupid. We know and we have told you from the beginning that this was a gateway for logistics industry. You spend so much time, money, resources, and energy in this project and ignore the asks of the community who are being directly impacted. They asked for you all to include them from the beginning, to include their needs. They need sidewalks, they need lighting,
that's
yes,
time.
but
Thank
in the
you.
rest. Navarro?
That's time. Thank you. Miguel? All right, hold on. Listen, if we have any more outbursts like that, we'll be done. Okay? You have to have decorum. You have to have decorum, and we'll allow you to come up and speak, and we'll listen. Any more outbursts, and we'll be done. Miguel? Ma Carmen?
Good evening. My name is Macarmen Gonzalez, and I am from the San Bernardino Airport community.
Y hoy estoy aquí pidiendo la cancelación, que cancelen, que voten a la cancelación del proyecto.
And I am here to demand that you vote to cancel this project.
Son proyectos obsoletos que no tomaron en cuenta las necesidades de las comunidades.
These are projects that are obsolete and do not take into account the community's needs.
Pudiendo tener otros proyectos más beneficiosos tanto para nuestra juventud, realmente para las personas que necesitan.
While there could be other projects that benefit our youth or people who really need it.
También pido que cuando hagan un proyecto realmente tomen en cuenta la comunidad, porque nosotros somos los que sabemos qué necesitamos.
Also, I demand that when you think about another project, that you take into account the community, because we know what we need.
Por eso pido cancelación a ese proyecto. Muchas gracias.
That is why I demand the cancellation of this project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Brenda?
My name is Brenda. I'm with the San Bernardino Airport Communities, and I'm here to urge the board to vote yes on canceling the IVIC project. What a shame that you wasted our resources, time, and money to pass this project that was never meant to be for the benefit of the community. What a shame that all the times that we ask you to hear our feedback and meet with us, you completely ignored us. This project was pushed forward without our involvement, because this project was never about infrastructure, and you'll know that. This is the third time that our communities have to fight back against projects that put our families at risk. We've been excluded from the decision-making process, and we have proven to you that your projects are not in compliance with environmental and housing laws. We are done playing games. If you claim to have no power as a board, then why does your agency exist? You are accountable to these communities, and instead of creating a fair community engagement process, you did whatever you wanted to do.
Thanks, Brenda. Mabi?
Buenas noches, soy la señora María Costa y
Hello, my name is Mavia Costa, and I am part of the San Bernardino Airport community. I'm here today because this project has caused great concern in our community for years. My family lives near the airport, and we've dealt with asthma, noise, and traffic for many years. We need clean air and safe streets. This project has cost us time, energy, and taxpayer money, and for what? A plan that ignored local expertise and rejected community priorities. I'm asking the IVDA board to vote in favor of the resolution to cancel and withdraw this infrastructure project.
espero que hagan algo a lo que está pasando, porque no se mira nada que hacen ustedes. Gracias.
I hope that you do something about what is happening, because we never see what you are doing.
Thank you. Jose S. Yes. Jose S. and then Jose R. is after that. So just one more.
Okay, muy buenas tardes, mi nombre es José Solorzano y yo soy también miembro de aquí del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Y exijo también no al proyecto que está haciendo, está por hacerse. Si lo ven, por lo tanto, por tomar malas decisiones ya se gastaron recursos que pudieron haber servido, aprovecharse en esta comunidad de aquí del aeropuerto. Si hubieran aprovechado en alumbrado y semáforos y en banquetas de seguridad para todos nosotros los habitantes de aquí de esta comunidad. espero que para sus proyectos que ya tienen en mente también tomen en cuenta a toda esta comunidad, ya que nosotros sabemos las necesidades que son más prioritarias para nosotros.
Good afternoon. I'm Jose Solorzano. I represent the San Bernardino Airport community. We demand a vote against this infrastructure project. Poor decisions have already been made to spend resources that could have been better used in this airport community on sidewalks, lighting, traffic lights, for the safety of our residents. I hope that in the projects you have in mind in the future, you take the residents of our communities into account, because we know what we need. We know what the priorities of the communities are. Highland and San Bernardino are always present.
Thank you very much. Okay, Jose R.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es José Rosales y soy parte de la comunidad de aquí de San Bernardino. Tengo 32 años viviendo aquí en esta comunidad. Estamos exigiendo que renuncien a la continuación de este proyecto. Como residente de San Bernardino exigimos que inviertan en la infraestructura de nuestras calles, banquetas, en el alumbrado, en algún parque, en algún centro para capacitar a los jóvenes, a los adultos. Exigimos que la IVDA pare de malgastar los recursos de nuestra comunidad en proyectos que no benefician en nada a la comunidad, y que en el futuro incluyan a la comunidad en sus decisiones de proyectos que realizan en nuestras comunidades. Al fin y al cabo, los que vivimos y los que estamos aquí somos nosotros. Muchas gracias.
Good afternoon. My name is Jose Rosales. I'm part of the San Bernardino Airport community. I've been living here for 32 years. We are demanding that you stop the continuation of this project. As a resident of San Bernardino, I demand investment in infrastructure for streets, sidewalks, lights, and parks for families in the community. We demand that the IVDA stop wasting our community's resources on bad projects that do nothing to benefit the community, and that we be included in decisions regarding projects carried out in our communities, since we are the ones that live here. We are the ones that know.
Thank you. Rosario?
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Rosario Quiroz, pertenezco a la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Estoy aquí para exigir al IVDA que vote no a la resolución para cancelar el proyecto de infraestructura. Estamos aquí porque nos importa no solo detener este proyecto, sino construir un mejor proceso. Les exigimos que renuncie el proyecto, que solo continuará a impactar a mí, mi familia y a mi comunidad, para que nuestras voces no sean algo secundario, ya que varias veces hemos asistido a estas juntas a pedirles que nos incluyan en su proyecto de infraestructura, y hemos sido ignorados y excluidos de las decisiones que se toman en nuestras comunidades, ya que ustedes se han enfocado en la expansión de bodegas que contribuyen a más contaminación del aire. Nuestras calles siguen sin banquetas, llenas de baches. Cancelar este proyecto por definitivo demostraría que el IVDA está dispuesto a priorizar a las personas sobre la industria.
Good afternoon. My name is Rosario Quiroz. I belong to the San Bernardino Airport community. I am here to demand that the IVDA vote on the resolution to cancel the infrastructure project. We are here because we care not only about stopping this project, but also about building a better process. We demand that you abandon this project, which will only continue to impact me, my family, and my community. We want our voices not to be secondary, since we have attended these meetings several times to ask you time and time again to include us in your infrastructure project, and have been ignored and excluded from the decisions made in our communities. You have focused on the expansion of
Okay,
warehouse.
thank you. Everardo?
Hello, my name is Everardo Zazbata Jr., and I'm here today as part of the San Bernardino Airport Communities. We took the time to speak in March over disapproval of the IVAC project, bringing valid criticism and concerns, and were subsequently ignored with a unanimous vote to approve the project. Here we are again, being limited to 1 minute of speaking time. Quite shamelessly, on item 8 or 9, the IVIC project is mentioned as the result of years of inputs and efforts by the IVDA and regional partners. Time and time again, the board deliberately makes decisions to willfully exclude a community that is environmentally overburdened, like passing this project in the first place. Do the right thing and cancel this project today. Thank you.
Thank you. Maria Rubio?
Buenas noches, me llamo María, vivo en San Bernardino y soy parte de la comunidad del aeropuerto. Estoy aquí hoy porque este proyecto ha causado gran preocupación en la comunidad en mi vida personal. Los proyectos malos que han abordado me han afectado mucho mis pulmones y han impactado la salud de muchos de mi familia y amigos. Estoy aquí para exigirles que voten a favor de cancelar el proyecto de infraestructura y exigirles que para el proyecto futuro nos incluyan antes de proponer otro proyecto. Muchas gracias.
Good evening, my name is Maria Avila. I live in the San Bernardino Airport community. I am here today because this project has caused great concern in the community and in my personal life. The bad projects that have been approved by this board have severely affected my lungs, and they have impacted the health of many of my family and friends. I am here to demand that you vote to cancel this infrastructure project and to demand that you include us in future projects before proposing other ones.
Thank you very much. Okay. We have a motion by Supervisor Baca to move it. A second by Mayor Navarro. Madam Clerk?
We have a motion by Member Baca and a second by Member Navarro. Please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Duper.
Yes.
Member Baca.
Baca Jr. Aye.
Member Charette.
Yes.
Member Ibarra.
Yes.
And Member Figueroa.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would encourage members of the public to refer to our website, as I believe a statement has been prepared on the website. All right, and that concludes our meeting for the evening. We'll see you guys next month.